everyone, my name is Michelle and you have found your way to a YouTube channel, Flosstube channel, about cross stitching, and this is Making It with Michelle. It has been about 2 months, a little over 2 months since my last update, and as you can imagine, life has gotten crazy, work got crazy, and so I've been stitching pretty much this whole time though, and I'm thankful for it. It is my escape, it is my calm, I said to my boss the other day, it's my therapy, and I'm very thankful for it. So I have a few things to show you. I honestly don't know how long this video is going to be, but we're just gonna go for it. First thing I'd like to do is to announce the giveaway winners, and I know it's been 2 months, so there's 2 giveaways on my last video. One was for these 3 pieces of Verdal linen, and the word was anniversary, and the winner is Sean N-A-Z. So congratulations, Sean. Send me an email with your address and I will get this out as quick as I can. The other giveaway was for this cute little project bag. And the winner for this bag is Bridget D3403. So congratulations, Bridget. Again, shoot me an email and with your address, and I will happily get this in the mail to you. Okay, so let's look at some finishes here. I managed to finally make it to the framer. Oh, quick shout out to Joseph and Denise if you're watching this video. I went to the peanut gallery about a week and a half ago, or maybe it's about 2 weeks ago now. Anyways, and I walked in the door and Joseph's like, Michelle! And I'm like, I know, I'm so sorry. They had left me 2 sweet voicemails, and I laughed because Denise said the next time she was gonna call Lisa Black Coffee and Grits if I hadn't come in December. So apologize, it'd take me a while to get there. But this is my finished, put a bird on it. Let's see if I can, there we go. Joseph and Denise did an amazing job with the framing. This is a unique frame for me. I tend to pick something very rustic and simple, and I don't know what it was about this frame, but I love it. So if I'm really good, I'll have Erin pop a picture. I do have a bit of a gallery wall going, and this is my newest edition, so I'll see if I can get Erin to put in a picture right here. But I stitched this year. I did put it 2020, or finished it this year, 2025. And shout out to Stitch and Gem. Every time she showed a video and she had progress, it really made me want to pick mine up and work on it. I stitched this on a 40 count color and cotton. I think it's called Green Tea. And I picked all my own colors at the attic when I went there in 2024. I guess that was last year. I went there in 2024 and picked out some Gloriana silks and had a great time. And I was so happy when I was able to bring this in, and Joseph and Denise framed it so beautifully at the Peanut Gallery in Aubrey, Texas. So let me show their little thing back there. If you're local or semi-local, can't recommend enough. Joseph did it with, I think we picked an 1/8 of an inch showing, and it is perfection with the framing. So one day I'd love to have a Quaker wall. And this, well, I guess I have another one that they framed as well, but this is a good start on that. Good work on it. Okay, a few other finishes, fully finishes. Lisa and I managed to finally get this framed, and I should really say Lisa managed to get this framed. This is a Brenda Gervais pattern called Autumn's Gathering or something like that. I can't remember. But finished it in this cute little frame. Also got the frame from Joseph and Denise at the Peanut Gallery, and it's super cute. I stitched this on 40 count, probably hot cocoa, with most of the called for colors. The only color that I didn't have was the gray of the squirrel, and I have no idea what I changed it to, but if you want to know, just leave a comment. Okay, those are all the fully finishes. A few things I'd also like to mention. I did go to a retreat at the beginning of November, the Stitching Bee in, where I guess it was just in DFW. And I had the best table. I sat with my friends Brook, Stitch by the Brook, Stephanie, who's a local stitching friend, Terry, who's another local stitching friend, and Aaron's gonna have to edit this out. Oh, yes. And Melissa, who is a good friend from Arkansas that I met through Brook. And a delight was we had formed like a group message, and Stephanie was like, oh, I'm going to have my friend Jean sit at our table. I was like, okay, great. Well, a while ago, I had met a Jean at the LNS that closed called the Stitch Niche. And I had taken two finishing classes from her, and like every time I saw her, I don't know, it's just like she always has a big smile on her face. She's so sweet, and I would always catch her up on what I'd been working on lately or whatever. And anyways, it turned out that was the same Jean that sat at our table, and so that was a real treat to reconnect with her. And now I have her phone number, and I'm very glad to have reconnected with her. Anyways, our lovely table gift was this cute little pear that Jean had stitched, and let me put that little bee down there, stitched and finished as this beautiful pear. And these are some random things that were given to me at the retreat, some of these little pins. And I have received many a lovely gift. This was in my display where this little squirrel had been living, and so I just picked it up to show. But I got lots of wonderful retreat gifts. Jody and Trish were there, and so it was really good to see them. Mary was there, who used to work at the Stitch Niche, and it was just a wonderful weekend, filled with stitching and laughing and giggling and, I don't know, doing lots of silly things. One day, Melissa and Brooke and I drove to, I forget where it was, Plano or something close to that, and we met up with Elle Snap's Lisa and had lunch, and it was just a great time of fellowship and, I don't know, laughter and not too many shenanigans, but and I know I spoke about this on my last video, but it is very hard to imagine my life now without some of the people that are in it that have come from Flosstube, and I'm very thankful for them. So anyways, okay, some other stitch finishes. This is in no order at all. It was either get a video done today or never again, it seems like. So this is a finish that I finished literally yesterday. This is Mouse's Pumpkin Pie by Tiny Modernist. There's like an upper border around that pumpkin pie slice, and I started on Thanksgiving and finished it yesterday, and I really just didn't want to stitch that little flowery border, so I didn't. This is on 40 Count Biscuit by Seraphim with called for Weeks Dye Works. So Lisa, here's a turkey for you, sister. Both Lisas, they love turkeys. So anyways, it's really cute. I don't know how I'm going to finish it. Maybe a little pillow. So, there's the first finish. Another finish I was glad to have was, this is Autumn Cottage by Plum Street. This is on 46 Count Sleeping Bear by Needle and Flax. And I ended up doing a silk conversion because it was 46 count, and my colors are different, but they're within the realm of the same as the pattern, but I don't know, they're a little bit different, and I'm okay with that. I used mainly Bestitch Me silks and one NPI. Yeah, so I don't know, I thought it turned out pretty cute. It's very little. This is the board I want to finish it on. I got it from Starlight Stitching Co., where I got the acorn that I showed you guys last time. And I bet I showed you this whole thing again. Won't that be so cute? So, that's probably a finish for next year. But that's okay. And then, my other finishes that I managed to get done was I did finish the Autumn Trio by Brenda Gervais. I also stitched this on 40 count. Well, 40 count Sleeping Bear. Let's see if I can manage to hold this. And I finished all three. Last time I think I just had the squirrel done, and I did finish the fox and the owl. I did the owl in October and then the fox in November. So, whoops. So, and I used all the called for. I'm pretty confident about that. Except for the fabric. So, my friend Katie, right, Katie? So tattered. I want to finish it. She did a spring one. I think it was one of the spring ones for boxcar quilts, and she did her raw edge chenille trim, and I want to do that with these too. So, well, I did have two other finishes. I did finish Babushka's Blossoms, and I did finish, what was the other one? Tommy's Pumpkin House, something like that. But they are with Joseph and Denise, and so I will show them when I go pick those up another day. Okay. I did the giveaways. I talked about all this stuff. Okay. I guess we're going to do whips. I have done some a little bit of Christmas stitching. I have not ironed a thing, so I do apologize for that. But again, it was make a video or wait 5 more years, it seems like. Okay, I had this on my list since the last time we spoke. I must have just said something about how I wanted to start it. So this is We Gather Together by The Proper Stitcher. It's very cute. I think I did say at one point I wasn't going to start this one until I finished the Christmas version. Well, haven't finished the Christmas version. Here's all of these lovely autumny threads, which are obviously a mess, but they look really lovely. I'm stitching this on 40 count Lakeside Linen Exemplar. Again, I didn't do a ton. I wanted to get down to the bottom, which I did, except now I have to decide if I'm going to stitch that little border. And I kind of think I'm not, because this is, sorry, my stitching. I know, not ironed, apologies. I wanted to get down to the bottom because I wanted to cut it, and obviously I haven't even done that yet. So I started this back in October, it must have been. No, September, I believe. So I know it seems dark, but I like that. I like that the white pops, and I don't know. I think it's pretty. Obviously, my opinion is the one that matters, but I think it looks good. So I didn't spend a ton of time on this one, but I'll get back to it. And I don't mind a little ghosty stitching. I don't think everything has to contrast, times 1,000. It's living in a bag with 2 other projects. My Bountiful Blooms bag. I had grand plans of making, more project bags, and I have not been in a stitching mood either, or a sewing mood either. Okay, I'm going to do all the fall projects and get those out of the way. This is a bag I did make this year. I think I've already shown it. Okay, what's in here? A couple projects. I had talked about this last time. What is it called? Green Bungalow. Because I had like a stitching day at work and didn't bring a project. And so I had to go buy one, blah, blah, blah. I did work on it, I think another stitching day at work. And I just got a little bit farther. I think it looks good. I'm really liking the pop of the colors on it. But again, I have obviously a ways to go. Look at me trying to hold this up at the same time. Oh, sorry for the mess that this video is. This is on 40 count Nutmeg by Atomic Range. So I, like I said, did not do a ton of work on that, which is fine. Okay, another new start that I had in this bag. I never got around to, I never got to start the Gather In, which is fine. But I did start my Teresa Kogut. It's called Bittersweet Farm. And if you've seen Lori Holt's video, she's already like started and finished this bad boy. I have not. I just started it. I am stitching this on Feldspar. I think it's by Picture This Plus. I don't know. I'm stitching it on a blue, which probably surprises no one. Let's see if I can get you to see this. There we go. It looks really great in person, so apologies. It doesn't look perfect on camera. I did change the color of this green. It is supposed to be a brown. Teresa loves a brown leaf. And I switched it to something I can't remember. Oh, Nature Trail by Classic Colorworks. I don't know, I thought it was still a fall green color. Like, oh, I'm about to turn brown and then fall off the tree. I don't know. It's just a lot of counting, obviously. And I just have needed a easier stitch recently. But there are turkeys. Again, Lisa stitching. Then I will have stitched 4 turkeys this year. But I probably won't work on this anymore. But I'll get back to it. I, of course, love the house. I have the finishing piece, so I will get back to this. Here's my needle. I think the house will look really good on this blue. Okay. That's everything in this bag. Oh yeah, there's the Gather In I never got to. But that's fine. Okay. Some more fall. This was a recent start. And I think I also said I wasn't going to start another one of these until I finished the other one that I was working on. I'm just telling lies. This is Sampler Seasons Autumn by Blueberry Ridge Design. One of my favorite designers for sure. I had started this a few years ago on like a really dark brown with an orange. And it was part of the problem, it was a 36 count fabric, which I did intentionally because it was so dark. But I stitched on it like one day and never got back to it. So this is going much more swimmingly. So I guess this was technically a restart. This is on 40 count XJU Light Hazelnuts. I think I bought it from Lindy Stitches. And I'm stitching it with a Belle Soie. Oh, I think I said Gloriana earlier with that. I almost said put a ring on it. Put a bird on it. That was with Sorry Belle Soie, Classic Colorworks. And I'm using the color Harvest. So I'll see if I can hold it up there with everything. So I've done a decent amount. I would say I was trying to estimate earlier the other day how far I'd gotten. I'd say I'm not quite to 50%, I would say, but maybe 40%. So I love the color combination. Lisa Black Coffee and Grits helped me pick this floss out, and I was happy to finally start it. I persevered through those letters. Thank you so much. I view them as, like, people say I have to eat my vegetables, that they're definitely my vegetables, and I got through them very fast. This isn't a Fig Tree bag that I made probably last year. This is called Denim and Daisies. Super cute. I have another project in there that I would like to start, but next fall. Okay. This was my Christmas gift from my friend Brooke. She gave it to me at the retreat I saw her at. Me and Melissa and Brooke all started a project together. We started Penny Pumpkin by the Scarlet House. Pardon me. I think we all decided not to do the penny border. You can barely even see it on this picture to begin with. So I'm like, if I can't see it on the picture, then I don't want to stitch it. I don't think that penny border is adding anything in my opinion. So poor Brooke had purchased like 5 different fabrics and I was poo-pooing all of them. So then I went and I purchased one from, at the retreat there was like vendors and stuff. And I have this needle that, oh, it's a pony red needle. I'm like, what is this needle? So this is a 40 count Under the Sea, which I have never stitched on before, so this is fun. Called Stonewashed, and it is a very lovely blue. So obviously I didn't work a ton on this. I was really trying to get, what was I working on? I was working on the fox, and I was working on Babushka. So, a little start. I'll zip it up next year. I'm confident that Brooke and Melissa both got way farther than I did. So. And it's purple, obviously. Okay. Alright, my last fall thing to talk about. I did work on a little Halloween piece this year. This is my Hey Boo bag. Sorry. Alright. And I called this project the reason I became friends with Katelyn. So my friend Katelyn, Stitch for Mom, I think I saw this on Instagram and it was like super popular because it's Plum Street and she did her own color conversion. I don't know, she finished it like in the blink of an eye and I loved it, and it is Salem Mini Moon. And so I think I went and watched her video about it and I like paused and wrote down exactly what she did and I ordered everything exactly the same. And although I didn't take good notes on which thread she used to wear, so I just kind of guessed. So anyways. And then I was going to start this way earlier and realized I did not have hardly any of the flosses. So yeah, what an idiot. So this is on 38 count Fuller's Teasel by Katelyn. What's this by? I can't remember. Just leave me a comment and I'll tell you. And I got a decent way. So I was trying to do a lot of the green because again, I realized I didn't have all the fabric. The hat and the, I don't know what I almost said. Bunny are different colors. Let's see if I can get it to be better color. And I did start the cauldron at the bottom. I think then I was like having conniptions about what color I should use where, blah, blah, blah. I don't even know. Or I was at the point where I needed a different color, and I think I finally got it. Was I good and put it in this bag? Maybe. Do you want to watch me rifle through this bag? Oh, I did. DMC 400. Let me put it in here. So, again, I have other projects in there. That's why there's like a project bag within the project bag, because that's how I do it. So, Katelyn stitched this 1,000 years ago, and it's beautiful, and I think it's so cute. And one day, mine will be done. And yes, I can call this Halloween. Lisa would be like, is it following? No, it's Halloween. Okay. The other, if you care about what other projects are in here, I have A Witch in Her Garden. This is totally following. This is not 100% Halloween. Look at those pumpkins. They're smiling. Only spooky pumpkins at Halloween, right? And then my other one is Autumn Cloche, which I have not started. Got everything ready. This is definitely a spookier. This is more Halloween than fall, but those pumpkins aren't smiling. So, one day I'll get to all that. Just throwing project bags. Okay, so that was the end of my fall journey. Like I said, besides my 2 big finishes, which I'm jazzed about, getting those back, putting them on my wall, and it's going to be great. Okay, let's do a giveaway. I have a giveaway. I tried to give it away last year. I had ordered these last year. I'm sure they were on sale. From Hillside Rookery, Olivia. Hi, Olivia. And, oops, trying to show part of the pattern over here. And she accidentally sent me 2, and so I'm going to give this one away. This is Carriage House Samplings Christmas Time. So you do have to be 18 years or older. Please don't use any of those words: free, giveaway, win, blah, blah, blah. And, oh, they stitched on Thornfield. Sorry. Now I'm reading the back of the pattern while I'm trying to give this away. Please leave a comment and be a subscriber. I'm really close to 1,000. Hey, yo. Again, the fact that I have more than like 2 subscribers is awesome and very humbling. But anyways, if you want to win this pattern Christmas Time with this cute Santa skating, leave a comment, be a subscriber, and use the word Santa. Santa. S-A-N-T-A. All right. There's that. Okay, do you want to talk about Christmas? I'm wearing my last fall moment here. Autumn leaves and stitching, please. This is the Primrose Cottage. Me and Mom got matching ones a couple years ago. I do have a fall quilt back here. This is the Lella Boutique fabric line called Flower Pot that came out a few years ago. This is a Villa Rosa pattern called Gemini, and I used this lovely linen burnt orange color. So, looks good. Okay, so that's my last hurrah into fall. I just ate a piece of pumpkin pie before I started filming. Thanksgiving was on Thursday, so I hope you had a good Thanksgiving holiday if you celebrate. It finally kind of feels like fall, although I still have green leaves on half of my trees in our front yard. But that's okay. I'll take what I can get. Okay, anyways, who cares about fall now? Let's get to Christmas. I did do some Christmas stitching earlier this year in June. It was Christmas in June for me, apparently. And I had wanted to do more in July, and then we went to Japan, and then I didn't. I was ready for fall in August. It's still been very hot here for the majority of November. It got cold 2 days before Thanksgiving. And we really even haven't had too many days where it's been freezing cold in the morning and hot in the afternoon. It's been good in the morning and then back to, I think we did get up to 90 again a couple weeks ago. Yeah, it was disgusting. So anyways, I'm happy it's 40 outside. I'm wearing my slippers. I'm wearing my sweatpants. I love a sweatpant. I look at all my students and think to myself, I wish I could wear sweatpants to work, but I can't. Not yet. No. Okay. You're like, Michelle, get to some stitching. Okay. Let me take a quick drink. All right. So I have 2 Christmas projects that I have already worked on. Let me show you the first one. Look at this cute. I made this bag last year, I'm pretty sure. So what happened? I had finished... Maybe I just picked up, put a bird on it, and so I was looking at my Quaker, and I was like, oh, I love that Quaker. I want to work on a Quaker. But I went and pulled out the other Quakers that I have, and I was like, ugh. And I think I was working, I was working with the silk of the Belsois for that autumn sampler, and so I wanted to work with more silk. I don't know, it's all making sense in my mind. So I pulled out Quaker Christmas stocking and sampler. I'm doing the sampler on the left side. Is that your left? Right? I don't know. Over here. I'm that one. This one right here, the sampler. And I worked on it for a few days. I don't know. I'm happy with the progress. This is on a 40 count cream puff by Miss Crescent Crown. Wow, color me impressed with myself. And so what did I do? I finished this motif over here. I did like all of these snowflakes. I did these two trees, and I started this one right here. So I did pretty good progress. This is one I think I'm gonna pull out in January to try and focus on for a while. I don't know, I got big plans for January apparently. But it doesn't scream Christmas to me, even though I know Mom's rolling her eyes at me and saying, well, Michelle, it says Merry Christmas at the top. I know, but it doesn't scream Merry Christmas, except for the fact that it says that. It's very wintry in my opinion, and it barely feels like winter here, not even. So I worked on that for a few days, and that kind of satisfied that Quaker silk itch that I apparently had. Okay, and the other project I've been working on for a few days, this is in my Starberry bag. I hope you're not seeing the dog hair on this bag. I was just working on it this morning. It is All Is Calm by Annie the Proper Stitcher. This was gifted to me by Rita. Thanks, Rita, if you watch these videos. We got this at a retreat a couple years ago, and she gifted me hers, and it was in timeout because I had stitched this little tree very, very wrongly because I assumed I knew what I was doing, which, let's be clear, I usually don't when it comes to cross stitch. Anyways, but I've redeemed myself. I stitched one color of the tree. I put in the pot. I put in this bowl thing. And I did this red I did a couple windows over here, and I started the red of the house. So I've made decent progress. I'm happy with it so far. So my secret plan, let me tell you this is what the called for. It's mainly DMC with 1 week Style Works for the house. This is on 40 count sugar cookie bicolor and cotton. And I did do some snow. It's hard to see the white, but I can see it in person, and I've done too much to go back now. So it is what it is. I'm Josephine Denise. I'm hoping that when I frame it, I'll frame it in like a dark, probably a black frame, and that should help, I think, with the white to show up better. Like I said, I can see it in person, so that's, I guess, all that matters to me. So I'm happy to be working on that. I'd really like to finish this one this year because I have some other Christmas things I'd like to start. So my secret plan is I'd like to work on, I have some big whips, and I'd like to work on 4 of them for about a week each. So would you like to see those whips? Because I have them to show you. This bag I made last year. I'm going to show you 5, so I can count, let's be clear. Well, besides this one. I'm going to show you 4 others, sorry, 5 total. Because I was talking to Lisa, and she said that this was Christmas. This is Peace and Goodwill by Brenda Gervais, which it might astound you to realize that I have not finished this yet. I'm astounded myself. I think I started it too late, or I don't know. I'm stitching this on the called for with all the called for. Part of my other problem was, this is as far as I've gotten, was that white snowflake Quaker motif at the top was just like, ugh, it looked not fun to stitch. So I really got stalled out. But I did my favorite part, which was the house. I know. But if I could finish this year, that'd be really great too. I was calling this a winter one, and so I was going to save it for January, apparently like that other one. What is this? This is Tobias by Seraphim, 40 count. I was calling it winter, but I guess there are reindeer. And a pair. It's pretty cute. So, I would like to get some work done on that. I want to get work done on all these, obviously. Okay. This is a Lella Boutique line. I can't remember which one it is. Either Christmas Eve or Christmas morning or something. What's in here? Oh! House on Pomegranate Hill. I started this summer, I think. So, my friend Alex Stitches, her and some friends, what's her name? Flossie Sews and Grows. I think both of them did House on Blueberry Hill. And so I had always wanted to stitch this one, or it just came out, I don't know. I needed an excuse to buy this, okay? That was my excuse. So, I haven't worked on it since this summer. Maybe I did one day. Oops, this needle's trying to fly away. This is on 40 count oaken. Sorry. 40 count oaken by Picture This Plus. And I am fairly confident that I could finish this in a week. My semester's almost over, thank you, Lord. It's been a tough semester, and I was very glad for these past few days off to rest. So, I think it's looking pretty good. I think it's a good start. So, I would really like to get this one done too. The house is really great. It's all great. Blueberry Ridge Design, everyone. I did sign up for her Advent again. Didn't stitch a single one from last year. But I thought about trying to follow. I don't know. I got too many plans for myself. This is another Lella Boutique fabric line. This one was called something with trees. The Tree Lot? I don't know. It was her first one. It was amazing. Okay, what is this one? Oh, yeah. This is the one my friend Katelyn's going to finish. Because she's good like that. Comfort and Joy. I think this is being released as a regular pattern. It was exclusive. I couldn't think of the word. Through Country Sampler. So, Mom got this for me for Christmas last year. Thank you, Mom. And I got the kit. So, I'm doing it on 40 count. I have not done a ton. But I've done some. It's not like empty over here. This was the one, and I think Lizzie, the stitcher in New Zealand, I think she finished this summer, and that was like my goal. And then Japan happened. So that's my little start. I'm almost done with that first page. I love it. I absolutely love it. So this was one I could get good progress on in a week. I was so good with Winter Moon last year. And obviously didn't carry over to this year. But that's okay. That one to me also is winter, so I'm cautiously optimistic I could keep working on it in January. Okay, and then my last Ginormo Christmas whip is another Blueberry Ridge design, which again, well, it's like her and her mom, Pansy Patch Quilts. This is Mistletoe, Manor, and Smalls. So I love this one too. I love everything about it. I love the house. I love the border. I'm almost done with the words. I think I just have one more word done. I love the reindeer. I love the sled. I love the Smalls. What are people's? I love it. I do. This was one of my first bags I made. This was the prototype. This is a Corey Yoder Christmas line that I can't remember the name of. Okay. And I got the kit when they offered it online because why wait when I could not wait. So this is on a 36 count. This is one of my 2 last remaining 36 count projects. So I'd really like to get started on the house. And this is like one roof on the house. Yeah, there's 2 roofs because that's how this manor works. And work some more on the border, I think. I'd like to get the whole border, like the green, done. That'd be really nice. So then I could just pick it up every once in a while and just put in a couple flowers. So, love it. This is a couple years away, and I'm okay with that. But there's other big projects that I want to start, which is why I'm trying to finish a couple of these. So, I'll get there. But as everyone says, there's not enough Christmas stitching, which is why I was so glad I did some in the summer, which I was hoping to do more of. But no big deal. Okay. What else do I have to show you? Oh, I have some things that I would like to start. Okay, let's look in this bag. This is a hometown holiday bag I made this last year. I can't remember what was living in this. Oh. Up on the Housetop by Teresa Kogut. Okay, so these are the things I would really like to start. This is the big one that I want to start. This is what everyone in the world is stitching. Bells are ringing. I have it pretty much fully kitted up. People are saying that they're changing the pink of the house, which I might do because I didn't realize that the pink was perfect pie crust. And if it's going to be a pink house, I need it to be pink. And I was going to stitch that on Fragile by Needle and Flax. And then the other 2 things I have in here are sweater weather. So this can wait until January, but I love a snowman. I love them. And somebody already stitched this and finished it, and it was so stinking cute. I can't remember who it was. And then I haven't stitched Quaker Snippets 1, but I'm here for Quaker Snippets 2. So I didn't get to the last one last year, so maybe if I finish a couple of things, I'll start this one. And I got the maple bar and everything, so this is pretty much ready to go. This is now a Brenda bag, apparently. I love snowmen, and I never know if I should stitch them during Christmas, because to me snowmen are Christmassy, even though I probably never built a snowman on Christmas. But I don't know. Okay, those were kind of my bigger things, even though I guess there were 2 smaller ones. But these are the smalls that I had picked out. Oh hey, here's this pattern I was going to show you earlier. I know. Okay, top of my to-do list is this Threadworks Primitives Merry Christmas Fruit Basket. I think Katie stitched this a couple years ago, and I'm obsessed. So, it's ready to go. Isn't that so cute? Wouldn't that take me like 2 days, right? 3 days? And then everything else is crammed in this cute little bag. Okay, what is in here now? Oh, this little guy, this ornament. Every year I tell myself I'm going to stitch ornaments, and I haven't in like 2 years. So I think this one would be really easy and quick. I have it with some fabric. I don't have any thread in here because why would I have that? Here is my other Santa for the year I like to stitch. It says We Santa 2022. He's wearing a pink coat, guys. How can you not want to stitch that? I've stitched a couple other wee Santas. One looked like an elf, one looked like an old man, and this one's wearing a pink coat. So I guess I'm here for a non-traditional Santa? Ugh. I'm here for a few Santas. Oh, look at this cute thing I got. This was I was having a bad day. Purchase. Who made this? Starlight Stitching Co. Isn't that cute? So this is where I put everything for winter berries and pine. And I persevered to talk to somebody on the phone to get this in my hot little hands. And I haven't stitched it. So I'm going to stitch it this year. I changed the fabric. I decided I'm going to use the 40 count. I know there's a lot of over one, but I have this cute little hoop. And Lisa's going to help me, right, Lisa? And I'm going to borrow her magnifier, and it's going to be great. And so I have it kitted with, yeah, this is Hot Cocoa by Bestitch Me. One of my favorite neutrals. Didn't you see that from way back here? It's all ready to go in this cute little bag portfolio thing. So I'll get to that. The other, couple other things I have in here are another attempt at Christmas Swan by Brenda. I have stitched the Autumn Swan and the Summer Swan. And it's pretty much a crime that I haven't stitched this one. I had started it on a pink, and the pink was just too light. And so I have it kitted with the blue. I'm sure this is 40 Count Winter Moon by Color and Cotton. So I'd like to restart that and get that done this year. And then, because if I didn't have enough, I have these two. I have Cocoa Quaker and Cocoa Quilts. These are print off, so sorry for the not great pictures. But if I had to pick one, I'd really like to do the Cocoa Quaker. And I am going to do it on 40 counts. I have some silks in here. I just picked my own colors and two Roxy Floss Co. And this is Miss Crescent Crown Cup Mocha. So I think that'll look good. Yeah, no, you can't see that. Sorry. Let's look at that again, Michelle. Can we see that now? Doesn't that look good? I think it'll look good. So, I think that's everything. I think that's all my smalls I'd like to stitch this year. Even though I have 5 ginormo things I'd like to finish stitching. I know I won't get to everything and do everything, but I got plans, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So, I think that's it, y'all. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming back. I'm so glad to be back, and I'm hoping to be back in a couple weeks so that way I can give away that chart and show you what I've been up to. All right, well, happy stitching, everyone. Bye.